What's going on, everyone? In today's video, I will be going over how to submit cards over to PSA to get them graded. I'm going to talk about basically if grading should be for you and basically the benefits that you can get from grading. So grading is a great tool to build value in your collection. So if you pay attention to the market to see which cards are performing well, you can really utilize grading to basically make money and make profit, right? So we're always putting money into this hobby. It's nice to get some of that back, and you can use that money to reinvest and build your collection. And it's also something that can protect your cards, especially if you want to keep something long term. It avoids the issue of having to store them in binders or anything like that. So we're on the PSA website. I'm already logged in, and I have it's called the Members Collectors Club for PSA. So I pay a $99 a year fee to get special, bulk value grading fees, special pricing for certain incentives that they have. They usually change month to month. They've been pretty consistent with the prices that they've had. But yeah, let's go right here. We'll hit submit, go down, and we'll hit start. So, okay, let me delete this one I was just kind of messing around with. So when you get to this screen, you want to hit start new submission on the left. Okay. Once we get to this screen, there's going to be a section that says item type. What you want to pick is the very first choice. It's the regular or small size cards, right? So anything Pokemon size and smaller. You can also grade Funko Pops, coins. You can grade packs, all types of different things. But today we're just going to be going over cards, right? So regular small size cards, go back down, hit next again, go through the steps. Submission type, we're submitting for grading, so hit grading right there. And it's a simple grade, it's just a regular card unless you have an autograph or something else. I haven't done any of that yet. I'm only experienced with just regular grading, so no autograph authentication option. We'll hit that, go down, we'll hit next. Okay, so these are all the different service levels. If you're not a member, which you don't have to be to grade, I really recommend grading. Becoming a members club if you grade often. If you're going to be doing multiple submissions a year, you will get that value from that $99 you pay per the year. If you're just trying to, try this out and see if you like it, you're not sure yet. I believe it's $25 a card, right? So the value option, 1980, it can be as old as 1980 to present. You can also do the older value, which is 1979 or older. $25 a card. The max value cannot exceed $4.99 of the card that you submit. But I'm gonna go all the way down because I am a members club. I'm a part of the members club. So what I use is the TCG bulk 1992 to present, because everything that I grade is from like 95 and on, maybe a little bit newer than that, depending on some of the year the Japanese Pokemon cards came out. So $15 a card, guys. I know it says max declared value cannot exceed $199. I've had no issues with this. I've sent over a lot of alternate arts, a lot of expensive cards, have gotten good grades. This is the perfect option for me, because $15 a card, it's still pretty pricey. This is an expensive hobby and an expensive thing to do in the hobby. But that's what I like to do. That's why I paid the $99, because I'm doing, maybe close to 6-7 submissions a year. So we'll go ahead and hit next. Okay, so this is where it can get a bit tricky. So you have to be very careful how you enter in the information for the card that you want to get graded, right? Because that's what essentially can potentially be put on the label for the card that you're sending in. Now, the PSA graders are, obviously they have a job to do, and if they catch a mistake, they have to correct it, just to avoid any issues or further delays in your grading process. You want to make sure you put the right information per card. You want to be 1000%. So the best way to do it, that it was easier for me to do, was to get it off another PSA label, right? So all you have to do is look up the exact same card that you want to send, look up a graded version of it, look at the label, and from left to right, start to enter the information in the way it is on the label, and it should populate automatically in the search bar as you enter in the information. So in this example, I'm going to be sending the Charizard V-Star from the Ultra Premium collection. So we're going to we're going to start with the 2022 Pokemon SWSH BSP FA, which is full art Charizard V-Star. And that should be enough information to get the ball rolling on the search bar at PSA. So let's see, 2022 Pokemon SWSH BSP full art Charizard V-Star. Okay, hold on. V-Star. We're gonna have some, so if you can see, we have to look through this whole list of cards here. Crucial that you pick the correct one. Where are you? I don't understand why. Where would it be? All the way down here? Okay, I see it. Here it is. So 2022. So I already found it, guys, based off of the label that I used to kind of know what to look for on the graded picture that I looked at for the card that I want to submit. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this. So here we are. It looks good to me. The number of the card, promo 262. We'll go back just to verify. Top right, 262. I know I have the correct information. And it's a lot easier doing this on a computer. I'm just using my phone to record this process to kind of make it easier for me to edit the video and upload it to you guys. So there we go. Now where it says declared total value, I always put what the raw value is, because I don't know what grade the card is going to receive. If it gets a 10, it's a completely different value. If it gets a 9, so on and so forth. So I always put the raw value. I believe this card's about $8. So hit 8 and right in there, hit save. And there you go. In the item description, quantity 1, you have the full art Charizard V-Star from the Ultra Premium collection as the first item on the list as a part of your submission. So whether you do 20 cards, I forgot to mention too, so for this service that I'm doing at $15 a card, I have to do a minimum of 20 cards, which is fine with me. I always do 20 or more, so I'm not worried about that. Like I said, this membership really comes into play, and it gives you value if you grade in large amounts. So I'm gonna flip the camera and I'm gonna show you guys how to basically prep the cards before you ship them out. I'm not gonna actually package them up, put them in the box and show you how I protect the cards before I ship them out, but I'm going to just show you the basics, first steps on how to actually protect the card and make sure it travels safely, how to organize them, how to number them and all that good stuff, so that way when PSA does receive them, it makes their job a lot easier and they get to do the job more efficient. Because I'll tell you, once you send your first submission, you're going to be looking at your phone every day, checking to see any updates, to see how the grading process is going and what stage is it in, looking for any updates, stuff like that. So let's get right to it. All right, so this part is, I want to say, the easier part. First and foremost, you know, definitely make sure the cards that you send, you know, you look through them thoroughly. I already have these pretty much ready to go. Make sure you definitely, you know, take them out of sleeves and stuff like that. Make sure you look at the centering. Make sure the centering looks pretty good, front and back, right? You want to make sure the centering is okay. You want to look for edge wear on the top, you know, make sure the card didn't come damaged out of the pack. You want to look for any whitening on the back, right? So any whitening on the corners, things like that, any surface damage, any bubbles, stuff like that, you know what I mean? Things that can ding the grade. Obviously, you know, never send something out and say, hey, this is gonna be a 10. I'm only gonna send stuff that's gonna be a 10. You're gonna be disappointed, you know. Nothing is you're not gonna get it right 100% of the time. The best thing you can do is just send over what you feel is going to have a good chance of, at the best case, being a 9. Obviously a 10 is a goal, but definitely a 9 is not a bad grade. So what you want to do is get your card, you put it in a penny sleeve, right? So as I showed you earlier, when you add a card, it puts it in the slot as like the #1 item, right? So this is the card. No, this is not the card we used. As an example, we used the Charizard, which is right here. So let's say you send 20 cards, 30 cards, etc., right? This was the first card in the submission that we entered in, right? So what you want to do is put it in a brand new penny sleeve, right? You already looked the card over for any type of damage, any type of dust or anything that could be in there, right? I have these little notes, little sticky notes from Walmart that I bought, and here's what I'm gonna do. Watch this. That is gonna be the first card in the submission. Boom, #1. I'm going to, I actually did that the wrong way. I'm gonna get this right here, stick it on the back like this. So the sticky part, stick it to the back. I usually aim for like the top of the Pokeball on the back, right there. Stick it on nice. Should look like this. And this will be the card, the first card in the submission. So I'm gonna put a #1 right on the top, just like this, right? In a penny sleeve, the card is good to go. And what I use is Card Saver ones. So I will put the link in the description of this video to the Amazon link to where you can buy them. They are very good. Keep the cards safe. Makes it easier to kind of slide them in and out. So we're gonna slide it in the Card Saver one like this. Boom. Nice and easy. There you go. This is what the card should look like as you are getting ready to package it up and send it out to PSA, just like that. What this does is it makes it easier for the grader to safely pull the card out of the Card Saver, #1. And it's gonna let them know that you organized and you numbered the cards in the submission in order. It's gonna make their job a lot easier. It's gonna make them work more efficient, and it's gonna make the whole process just easier. So do yourself a favor, you know, spend a little bit of money, get some of these materials, make sure that you send your cards the right way. I mean, these are cards we spend our money on, you know, things that we want to obviously be handled well. There's things that you can do to prevent any type of issues, whether it's with PSA, CGC, or whatever company you prefer to use. But yeah, these are the cards I plan. I have a ton. I have the Irida. I just pulled this. Boom, look at this. These are all cards that I'm going to be sending. I was very picky about, you know, the cards that I decided to send or add to the submission. Centering all the topics basically I went through earlier play a key factor in what I decide to send. And once you number your cards, you stack them up in something like this and you wrap them in bubble wrap. You want to make sure these cards are very well protected. Then you put them in a box, obviously, and then put even more bubble wrap inside the box. I don't have that stuff right now. I'm not going to get into all that. When I do package my stuff up, I'll make another video. I gotta, you know, enter on all these cards into the system. It's gonna take me quite a bit, but yeah, that's how you do it. It's the basics of how to, you know, send something to PSA, how to even start a submission, how to enter the information properly. And just basically, don't be scared to send off your first, you know, PSA submission. It took me a while. I was hesitant, you know, thinking about, hey, I'm sending my, you know, my valuable stuff in the mail to California. I live in New England, so that's on the other side of the country. I was nervous. I didn't know how to feel about it. And it's not cheap, you know, it's definitely not cheap. And for me, I've done pretty big submissions, but overall, I'm very happy with the results. I'm very happy that I decided to take that step and do it. A lot of people offer like middleman services. I advise you to just do it yourself. Just don't be scared. Take that leap of faith. Send your first submission. I promise you, you're gonna want to do it all the time after you do the first one. To be honest, that's how I feel. I have to resist creating new submissions every other week. But that's gonna be it for today's video. If you guys have any other questions, hit me in the comments. Like, subscribe. Please subscribe if you enjoy the content. It means a lot to me. My channel is very small. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to provide you guys with quality content, stuff that can help you improve your collection, things that can help you be more informed on how this hobby, the different aspects of the hobby, what you can do. Because this stuff it's good to know, and it's very fun. Grading cards is a fun part of the hobby. I would hate for anyone to miss out on that. But again, I appreciate you guys. Until next time, I'm out.